How's it going, YouTube? And welcome to Anarchitecture. This channel will be a celebration of the architectural misfits. The round pegs in the square holes, as Steve Jobs said once. I want to speak about people like Frank Lloyd Wright, the Archangels, Mies van der Rohe, which have all been people who moved outside of the box that architecture was at that specific point in time. I want to discuss theory of architectural ideas and why they might be relevant in your practice or in architectural school. Now, there's three reasons why I want to talk about the unorthodox people and ideas in architecture. The first one is because it's a personal issue for me. I have always been very bitter about rules. I never fit in anywhere. I'm kind of a contrarian. So whenever you tell me to do something, I will do the complete opposite. It's in my nature. So for that same reason, I hate government regulation when it comes to architecture. And I hate architecture at school, and that's why I dropped out. The second reason is, as I mentioned, the huge use of regulation in the architectural world. From the things you can specify in your designs to what you can build or cannot build in your own plot of land and how it can be used while you're being taxed for it. And the third reason is because I am growing more and more tired every day about the separation between the architect and the client, or the architecture professor and the person that practices. I do not like this elevated academic aura that the whole field has. When everybody fancies when you say you're an architect, but nobody comprehends that all we do is move little toilets on a screen 24 hours a day. And I want to break this down and make it fun for people to understand how the environment that they're in is built. Their own houses, their own places of work or worship. How the thoughts of the architect came to put together the idea that was built. And I want to express all of that without all the jargon and the bloated vocabulary of the architectural world. Now, if this sounds interesting to you, I would encourage you to hit the subscribe button and wait for my videos. There's three things that I want to start discussing to begin with. First is my favorite architect, Frank Lloyd Wright. I am working on a presentation about him that I think it might interest a bunch of you. I feel very, very identified whenever I read about this guy, because just like me, he was a architecture school dropout. And he also broke down a lot of thoughts that people had during that time. And second, I would like to also speak about technical stuff. How to measure a house, how to draft on AutoCAD, tutorials. Anything that will help you in your education outside of the architectural school or workplace. Now, there's places like Studio 3040 that are doing a great job, but it's still incomprehensible for the regular person. He will never, or very rarely, have an audience that is not made up of architecture students and architecture professionals. I want to have a video like Real Engineering, or a channel like Real Engineering, or Cold Fusion TV, where they bring you engineering and science, but I want to do it with architecture. So, if that sounds awesome to you, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.